Do you wish you could quit teaching and start working from home so you could spend more time with your babies? Are you tired of scouring the internet for legit jobs that will replace your teaching income and that you can do from home in your PJs? Hey mama, welcome to Ditch the Classroom. I know you're over there Googling jobs for teachers, legit work at home jobs, or start a side hustle, yet you can't figure out how to take that first step toward quitting teaching. So instead, you stay stuck, do nothing, or start random side hustles to make quick money. Virtual assistance is the answered prayer you've been waiting for. My name's Ariana, and I'm a former teacher turned work-at-home mom who replaced my teaching income as a virtual assistant in just 6 months. I did this by taking a step of faith and following the dream that God placed on my heart to be home with my babies. Sister, your dreams pale in comparison to God's dreams for you. Imagine offering services that light you up and having a job that works around your life and not the other way around. This is the podcast for you. It's time to take that first step out of teaching. Are you ready? Here we go. Hey friends, welcome back to the Ditch the Classroom podcast. Before we jump into today's episode, it's been a little bit since I reminded y'all, so I wanted to let you know we have a free workshop where you can learn all of the things you need to know about becoming a virtual assistant to see if this would be a good fit for you. In this workshop, I'm talking about all the different services you can offer as a virtual assistant and how to choose which ones sound fun to you. I'm talking about where to find those paying virtual assistant clients so you can replace your teaching income faster. And I'm talking about the top 3 mistakes new virtual assistants make so you can avoid those. And seriously, so much more. It's packed full of goodness for y'all. It's totally free. So make sure you go register for that at arianavernier.com/free-workshop, or you can find that link in the show notes. All right, y'all. Today's tip is one that I never recommend for my students in the teacher turned virtual assistant program, except for in one specific instance. I never, ever want you to take on any virtual assistant clients without being paid first. Before you do any work, you need to be paid first, except for this one instance. And that is when you are a new virtual assistant offering services that maybe you're not super familiar with, you can offer to do testimonial work. Testimonial work is where you offer specific services to a handful of people in exchange for a testimonial from them, like a written testimonial, instead of payment. I don't recommend doing a ton of these. I would keep it capped at a maximum of 3 people. And I recommend setting a cap on the amount of work you will do for them. So if you're wanting to specialize in website design, maybe you can offer to set up like a 2-page website for somebody along with a tutorial video showing them how to like quickly make the other pages using like duplicating one of the pages you already made for them. That would be fine. But building a full website for people, I wouldn't necessarily do that because that could be a lot of work, especially not like e-commerce where they're selling products. If you're doing like social media management, you could give them maybe 5 hours of free social media management work in exchange for a testimonial. Something small where they're going to still get a great win and they'll give you that testimonial in exchange. So you can post this that you're willing to exchange these services for 3 people in a Facebook group, and then you'll be able to connect with the people who are interested via their DMs and get that all set up. I do still recommend still utilizing a contract because you want to make sure you have that in place just to protect you always, just in case. And you just want to have it in writing that they are expected to give you this testimonial. Because you're not just doing this work for free. It's usually in exchange for money, but in this case, it would be in exchange for a testimonial so that you can then use that testimonial to prove to other businesses, hey, I've done this before. This person is really happy with my work and I can do it for you too. Okay, so again, with the testimonial work, you're only going to do it for a maximum of 3 people. You're going to set a cap on how much you're doing for them, and you're still going to utilize a contract. Again, this is the only time I encourage you to work with a virtual assistant client without being paid upfront. Every other time, you should be getting paid, if not in full, at least 50% upfront before you do any work, and then the other remaining 50% halfway through the project. Okay? But in this one instance, we'll do the testimonial instead. So if you have any questions about this, as always, come into our free Facebook community, facebook.com/groups/ditch the classroom. Drop your questions there. I'm happy to kind of talk you guys through how this works. But yeah, I hope this episode was helpful. I encourage you to go out there, network, land those clients. You can do this. Even if you don't have experience, you can 100% do this. You just have to believe in yourself.
Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I'd love to bless you with a free gift as a thank you. All you have to do is leave a review of the show on Apple Podcasts, take a screenshot, and send it to podcast@ditchtheclassroom.com. I'll send you a code so you can snag my Ditch the Classroom toolkit for free. And don't forget to come hang out with us in our free community, facebook.com/groups/ditch the classroom. I'm so honored to support you in your journey to becoming a virtual assistant. Until next week, y'all, keep following the dreams that were placed on your heart so you too can ditch the classroom.